Hey guys, it's Lewis, and the car we're going to be reviewing today is a 2016 Porsche Cayman S. Now, I do like this car a lot. It's a nice car, and this is part of the 718 family. It's not a 911. Like, 718 has one of the cheapest Porsches ever made, the Boxster, and then they have a limited version, the Boxster S, and a more limited version of the Boxster, the Cayman, and this is a Cayman S, and they also make a Cayman GTS, and this one's Cayman S, so it's a good-looking car, good-looking sports car. This does 0 to 60 in about 4.6 seconds, while the regular Cayman takes about 5.1 seconds, and it has a 3.4-liter flat six engine. A lot of Porsches do use six-cylinder engines, not a lot of V8s or V12s like that. It's still a good engine. They sound good and they're loud, and I do show respect for a six-cylinder engine. It's fast because it's a lightweight car. It could go fast. And it's fun to drive. You could just tell by looking at it. It's not like the most exotic car ever, like a Ferrari or Lamborghini. It's still a Porsche. This is a good car. And I think Porsche is even better than Lamborghini because they're so iconic. Like, even the 718s are iconic because they're cheaper and they make Porsche more affordable. Because the 911s, the Carreras, were always one of the more expensive ones, and they made a lot of them. Most car enthusiasts just get the 911. Some also get the 718. Well, in some others' opinions, then you might think this car is better than the 911. So this is a nice car. You got a spoiler back there. The car is only about like 48 inches. And it's lightweight. You can tell just by looking at it. This doesn't weigh that much. Probably weighs the same as the 911. So overall, this is a great car. So the Cayman S has a bit over 300 horsepower, which is not bad at all. It's kind of on the slower side. Like, you would expect it to be a bit faster. It could still hit 175 miles an hour and accelerate quickly. In some tests, they got it up to 60 in 4.5 seconds. And as I said, I was just reading that some have opinions that this is an even better looking car than a 911. I think the 911 is more exotic and more popular, and I think the 911s are kind of better than the Cayman S's because the 911s are good daily drivers, like better daily drivers than this. This is a two-seater, and the 911s, some of them are four-seaters. And this car also handles real good. It's one of the best handling cars out there. And I also like the color, this gray color. It stands out nice for the car. It's probably one of my favorite colors that come on the Cayman S. Just looks good. So this car is one of the cheaper supercars out there. It costs about $80,000, which is a lot more than the Boxster. $80,000, and I think it's worth it because it's a good-looking car at kind of a reasonable price. It's not like $150,000 like some of the 911 S's, and it's definitely not $250,000 like what the turbos go for. And the Cayman S is a reasonably priced car, and it's an affordable, entry-level, supercar, exotic car, and I do like it a lot. Forgot to say that they also make the Cayman GT4, which has like 385 horsepower, and this one has a lot less than the GT4. The GT4 is also a lot more expensive than the Cayman S. And this car has about 273 pounds of torque. So you got decent numbers in there for a 6-cylinder engine. And this car does sound good. So you could get a flat 6 and a good looking car for a reasonable price. So here is the full car. Let's take a look at it. You get that louver you get on the Caymans and the Boxsters. A nice Porsche door handle. Nice rims and tires. P0 Pirelli you got. Always fits in for a car like this. The rims do look nice. Here is the front of the car. It looks like a regular Porsche, just like a lot of Porsches. Like the Boxster and the 911s would look the same. And so would like a Carrera GT. A lot of the Porsches, modern day Porsche supercars and sports cars, or even hypercars, they look the same in the front. You got some nice headlights. Nice grill down here. So this is how the door opens on the Cayman S. It goes up like that. Here's the interior. You get a reminder here telling you that you got a Cayman S, not just a regular Cayman, a Cayman S. Got stitching right here. It says Porsche right there. And here's the car. It's got some nice leather interior. It always fits in. More storage over here. And another reminder that you got a Cayman, not a Boxster. And here's more interesting facts about the car. Here's the screen. You got the source, control the volume, and navigation. Here's the gear shifter. Here is the steering wheel. It looks like a regular steering wheel because Porsche is also known for making SUVs and sedans. So, not the craziest steering wheel. The speedometer is going up to 190 miles an hour. Not that much stuff you could fit in the back because it's a 2-seater. And you can't, well, you could daily drive it. You just, if you have family, you shouldn't daily drive a 2-seater. And here's what the door handle looks like from the inside. Looks pretty good. And there is some more crazy stuff like the door handle in this car. And you got sport mode and plus mode in this car. Here is what the Porsche door looks like when it's open. Looks good. Looks like the door of a sports car. And I do like it. You also got another airbag over here. And some more storage over here. Not a lot of storage you can fit in this car, because you can't really do a lot with it. Now we are going to get the car started up. Oh, it sounds good. It's not the loudest car in the world. Still some good sounds. This is a good sounding 6-cylinder engine. Now, it's going to get quieter when it cools down and it's idling. Like as of now, it's much more quiet. And still, it does sound good. I do like the way this sounds. So we are going to take this car for a drive. You don't hear much of the road noise, I think, because it's not that loud in the car. Unless you get on the gas, you'll hear some of it. This car does sound good. So you hear some of the engine when you're going at normal speeds. You could be doing this at 60 also, and you won't hear much of the engine unless you accelerate or something. Like when you start to push on the gas. That was only like 30 miles an hour. You still heard some of it because the owner pushed on the gas more. So this is when it pushed on the gas. It's still not that fast. It's normal speeds. Just when you hit the gas, you hear the noise more. It sounds good. We're going about 40. And we're just going at normal speeds at 40. Sounds like a regular car when you're going normal speeds. That was more like 50. You could be doing this even faster and it could still sound normal. Now we're back to about 30, 35. So when you do push on the gas, you hear a lot of the noise. It's that type of car. Like, when you have like a regular car with like a 4-cylinder engine, you wouldn't hear much of the noise even if you do push on the gas. From the outside, it wouldn't be so loud. You just hear some of the noise. It wouldn't be like crazy loud, like when you push on, let's say, like a Ferrari 812 super fast, or even louder, like the LaFerrari. Then you could be going normal speeds and hear a lot of the noise because they have larger engines than this, about double the size. They have V12s in them, 6.3, 6.5 liter V12s. This has a 3.4 liter V6, or a flat 6, I meant. Normal speeds, it's not that loud of a car. Well, it's a bit louder than normal cars because it's a Porsche, you know? And they just build their engines that way to be louder. Even in like a Cayman or a Macan or a Panamera, if you push on the gas and hear some noise, it wouldn't be craziest loud thing. Like, it wouldn't be as loud as like a Porsche Turbo. You can still hear some of the noise. So the owner of this car does have a cool car. His neighbor also has a cool car because this is a 1980 C3 Corvette. His neighbor bought it for $1,000 all beat up and then customized it. And now it does look like an 80s supercar. I like it in the white color. It looks insane, this Corvette. Probably is fast too. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any new videos. That'll do it, and I'll see you in the next one.